So I picked up this new 2026 Toyota Corolla SE, the all-wheel drive hybrid for my little daily commuter car. Cleaned it up here last night. They didn't do that great of a job. But this thing, really impressive fuel economy. So I drove it, I picked it up with like 25 kilometers or something on it. It's got about like 750 on it now. And I've averaged probably 5.7 on the highway. And in the city, I can get around 4.9 to 5 liters per 100, which is really good. Like I drove around for 200 kilometers and it was like 15 bucks. So it's a lot better than the truck. Truck was definitely not that good, as you can imagine, with a V8. So I do a fair bit of driving on the highway and stuff. So I figured I'd pick something up that was quite fuel efficient, and this is definitely it. The only thing I'm not like super fond of is, well, as you can tell, there's not a lot of sidewall on these. When she gets down around the ground there, she's pretty low pro. A weird lip on them. When you look at it, it's different. I prefer to have something a little better than that, but what are you gonna do? It's got a sunroof. The reason I got this one is because I went to multiple dealers. I went to 2 different ones, and they kind of put hidden prices in there. And if you agree on something, then they wanted you to pay more on top of that. So I ended up getting this somewhere else. And it's the SE trim, so it's got the upgraded seats, which are better than the base. 746 kilometers. We'll turn it on in a minute. The whole dash, like instrument cluster, there's full digital. For an economy car, it's quite comfortable. Now it is the hybrid. Downsides, no spare tire. Let's see, it's got the little like lip spoiler on it, the black diffuser. It's a diffuser. That thing. So the only disadvantage for me is give you that little slime kit for your tire, which I'm not a big fan of. So I put some tire plugs in there, but you can see how shallow the floor is, like. And then there's, some hybrid module there. I'm assuming that's for the rear end because it has all-wheel drive, but it's not like your traditional all-wheel drive where it's like a drive shaft connecting it. It's just a separate electric motor that powers the rear end. So it's front-wheel drive, so it senses slip, and then it activates the rear end. So it's different. But they give you this foam thing for the jack, like you can see where the tools go. The jack goes there. It says it's somewhere on the foam there. It shows that's where the jack goes in that opening. So I was just gonna get a tire and just throw it in on top because really all this car is just commuter for me, so I don't really care. But it is nice. So this is like my first impressions of it. Like I said, I already drove it 700 and something kilometers already, and I do like it. So I'll put you guys down here. So the first impressions are pretty good of it. I do like it. The fact that it has all-wheel drive. I do have winter tires that come with the deal, but they didn't have them ready at the time, so I'm gonna pick them up another time. But yeah, it's underground is the color, gray. But yeah, I like it. It's good on fuel. It's a little noisy on certain sections of the highway, like we use a lot of chip seal up here to patch the roads, so it gets quite loud there. Probably something to do with those tires. And when I picked it up, it was weird. The tires are rated for like 33 front, 30 rear, like PSI. But these things were pumped up to like 50. So I let a bunch of air out, rode a lot better. These are my first impressions of it. I do like the fact that, like I said, the mileage, and the hybrid's pretty cool. It turns on and shuts off all the time. It's pretty seamless. You don't even really notice it. And that's probably what bumps the numbers up and all that stuff. But for an economy car, I really like it. So far, so good. guess we'll see what the long-term update is over time. But it's Toyota. I'm assuming it's going to be fairly reliable, you know. For the engine, it is a, I'll pop the hood, 1.8 liter. 1.8 liter, 4-cylinder, dual overhead cam, 16 valve engine with Toyota's 5th gen Toyota hybrid system, which is 138 combined horsepower with the eCVT. Battery is lithium ion. Stood in the garage. It's pretty cold out. It's like 5 or 6 degrees out Celsius. So, you know, like normal review when I did my truck, it's cold. So we'll start inside. So this is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. Runs the old 0W16, which is thin. I think the Camry, I looked at a Camry too, and that had 0W8. I didn't even know that oil existed. It's like water. But this car is also made in Japan. Tires are made in Japan, everything. So it's one good thing about this car that I do like. There's the hybrid system right there. As you can tell, all the orange wires going to it. Car battery. So not all Toyotas are made in Japan, but this one is. You know, some are made in Canada, some are made in the US, some are made in Mexico. You know, some of the engines are made in Mexico, like the Tundra ones that they're having problems with. But whatever. So yeah, I do like the fact that this car is made in Japan. So that is a bonus because they seem to be a little more picky and stuff. Like you can tell the way the clamps are and like everything just looks neat. You know, like everything just seems like it's in order. I do like that. You know, it's got the nice little sport front end on it. Headlights are pretty bright. I drove in the night already, so that's nice. I don't think there's any other cameras on it. I think it's just a rear camera because, you know, it's a mid-trim. It's not like super top of the line. Mirrors don't fold in. You know, they probably do manually, but not power. Yeah, we'll take it for a little spin here and see if we can get an EV mode. I tried there at the beginning, but I think where it's so cold out, the engine comes on. Because there is some EV mode buttons in here. Right here, there's an EV mode. I used it yesterday when it was warmer. You just hit it and it drives around EV mode. It's got 3 driving modes. Little flipper switch down there. You know, nice screen. So you can do it's eco, normal, and sport. They're probably all the same, let's be honest. But I just drive it in whatever comes on, usually eco or normal. It's a sport. It's got a CVT. You know, it's the better of the CVTs. It's the eCVT, so it's like gear driven. It's not belt driven. They say it's a very robust. Watching other reviews on certain channels, and they hype them up as really good. Like the Car Care Nut, he does a lot of Japanese cars. He does really good reviews. And he works on Toyota and Lexus vehicles, so he has a good input on these. So yeah, hybrid, all-wheel drive. I guess we'll see how it goes this winter. We'll definitely get them snow tires on first, because as you can see, they don't look like they're very well equipped to do a lot of snow. They're not bad. They're Yokohamas, made in Japan also. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes in the long run. And the back is roomy. I can sit behind myself comfortably, no issues, which is pretty good for a small car. Seats do fold down. So they say this car has remote start, so the engine shouldn't run. It should just the hybrid stuff that come on. So here's the key. 1, 2, 3. The car starts, it shuts the camera off because I'm using my phone and it's linked to the car. But it does auto start. You just have to be aware you can't film a video when you're starting it. Oh, it's online. It's running. Which ironically is weird because the engine's not running. So we're in the car here now. It's of course dark. We're just gonna start it up. And here it is. Engine's not running. Quiet. Full digital dash. engine started now. Probably because it's cold out, which it is. Go outside here now and we'll get the drive on the go. But just a quick look here at the digital dash. That was what I was getting on the highway up yesterday. There's the charging system there. It's pretty cool. You can configure different windows. I've got just different ones set up for when I'm on the highway. That one has the tire pressure, and the audio shows up in this one, which is off right now. You know, copyright, can't have that on. Then there's another one with the all-wheel drive system there that pops up, and then in the middle here is the if that ever disappears, you can see the adaptive cruise control crap there. It's pretty cool. It says 13, but we're in the garage. When we go outside here, that'll probably drop down to like 2 or 3. It's pretty cold out today. So we'll put it back in that one. Nice digital speedometer, which I do like. Decent sized screen. You know, automatic climate control. It does have heated seats on both sides, so I do like that. And down here, it's hard to see. You got heated steering wheel, heated wipers, you know, little duck feet, traction control, automatic high beams, gas door, trunk. Came with the rubber mats, auto lights, you know, all that good stuff, right? It's like most modern cars. But for a mid-trim, I'm glad that it has the heated seats and the heated wheel. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. There's a couple buttons down there. And then all those there. So we'll put the wheel on and the seat on. And it's got a wireless charge pad in there, but I haven't used it yet. I don't think it's compatible with my phone. And automatic park brake. As soon as you put it in drive, it disengages. There you go, car shut off. So it's got different drive modes. That's normal. That's sport. Eco. Green, of course, right? So we'll leave it on eco for now. We'll get this drive on the go. So I'm also pulling out of the garage here now, and I got it in EV mode. You can see that down there in the corner of the screen. I just hit the button down here on the dash here. So now we can kind of cruise out of the garage here in eco mode. No sound at all. So I'll get ready to go, and I'll come back in a minute. So we're driving now. I'm looking at the road, I'm not looking at the camera, by the way. It was in eco mode. It just kind of flicks through pretty seamlessly. You don't even really know it does it. But there's a noise inside the vehicle. It's got to put you here as I'm driving. It's kind of the sport model, so I think it's going to ride a little firmer. If you look now, went back into EV mode, you can see it in the light down there. The wheel's nice. It's only heated on the sides. It's not heated on the top bottom, which is common in most Lexus type vehicles. But still nice. Nice out today. So we're just gonna go for a drive and see what we got. So here it is outside in the sun. I think it's a pretty sharp looking car. Sunroof cracked. Parked at a cemetery, so I kind of got interrupted. It's the rest of the car. All-wheel drive. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I got the small car, was to get the all-wheel drive feature, as well as the good fuel economy. It's definitely better than the base model. I drove an LE. This is the SE. This one's definitely nicer. The different front end, bigger wheels, although ride worse. They do look better. Snow tires should fix that. Got the nicer rear end. It's a bit dusty. It's really dusty here. May get the windows tinted. Not really sure. Does look a little fishbowl-y. Of course, you get the sunroof. And it is running right now, even though you can't hear it. See, it's in EV mode. I still got the heat on. Heated wheels still on. Heat seats still on. Oh, that's paused. I do like the seats are more comfy. I drove in it for 5 hours yesterday, and it's perfectly comfortable, no issues. It's a good car. So far, so good. I like it. This is what we're currently driving around at. 4.4. We're just cruising around 60. That's all the speed limit is here, so that's what we're doing. It's nice out. 6 degrees. You know, even see it up there and show the speedometer, like where the speed limit comes up on a little red sign. Stereo is adequate. You know, it sounds pretty good. I'm not sure how many speakers are in it, but it's decent for what it is. You know, I like it actually. I like it more than I thought I would. So that's a bonus. First impressions. We'll do an update video later, you know, when we get some kilometers on it. You know, all that good stuff. So that's it for now. I didn't bring any suction cups for my camera, so I gotta hold it while I'm driving. So that's why it's like this. So for our drive just then, we look at that, 777, 7 degrees out. We averaged 4.1 liters per 100. And the engine's still on, but we're in EV mode. See it over there. I'm really impressed by it. It's good mileage. It's comfortable. The seats are comfortable. Of course, I only brought that. I didn't bring any mounts. I like it. I guess that's really all that matters, you know? But if someone's looking for a commuter that's good mileage, it's comfortable, it's relatively inexpensive, you know, you can get cheaper models. This is mid-trim, so gotta shop around. You can't be afraid to walk out. I walked out at 2 different dealerships, and then I found this one. It worked out for the better. So yeah, that's that. And for the Corolla here, I'm pretty sure the battery in this car is under the seat. The whole thing here, you can see it's all plastic all the way underneath the seat. And there's these little vents I've read you got to keep clear. So, you know, if you own pets and everything, you want to check them, because I think that's how the battery circulates and everything to stay cool. I tried to film on this, but every time the radio in the car comes on, the phone shuts off, because it's all linked through the app. And it did come with an app. You can start the car and lock it, and you know, all the other crap that you can do on an app. So it's also included with the car. And when I said the color was underground, it is gray. And the way I said it like that is because anytime I always find a vehicle that is kind of for me, it ends up being gray. As you can tell, my truck, I still have, and my Mustang. Everything tends to be gray when it's the right car. I don't know what it is, it just seems like this one was just happened to pop up. When I was going to a town, it just happened to pop up right at the right time, and it just happened to be gray. So that's why I said it like that. It's kind of ironic. Anytime I get a car, I've had 3 gray cars now. So it's just the way it works out, I guess. Also just wanted to mention, like, how even the gap is. Obviously there's a bit more right there, just the headlight. But like here, it's the same width all the way around. Here, same. Like my truck, like one side is like that and the other side is like super skinny. This, same. think the made in Japan really is just a touch better quality. So that is also nice. I just got home and I just sat there and I looked at it and I realized the fit and finish is a lot better on some of the panels. So, you know, that's a bonus. Got my winter tires, I just got to put them on. Then we'll be ready for winter, do some testing. See how the all-wheel drive is, see how long this battery lasts in the winter. You know, some more of those tests, some mileage of loops, all that good stuff.